What's a subtle sign of low intelligence? Believing anything they read on social media. So should I believe you or? People who confuse their opinions with facts. To add, people who think they know everything are generally pretty stupid. Smart? People will defer questions to qualified and experienced individuals because they are acutely aware of their own limitations, and that's what helps make them smart. They are not scared to admit they lack knowledge in certain topics or fields, and they will learn from that more experienced person to add to their library of knowledge and experience. Stupid people don't know they're stupid. They think they know everything and won't seek out more experienced people and admit to their limitations, admit they don't know fuck all about certain things. The inability or unwillingness to change one's opinion when confronted with new information. If a person just digs their heels in no matter how much they are proven wrong on a given topic, they're an idiot. I think it is also pride. Some people just hate being wrong and admitting to it, even if they know they are. Not capable of understanding a nuanced point. I think the complete opposite, and there is no middle ground. Much of the time, by my experience, it's them not wanting to get the nuance of the point. They get it, they just don't want to let go of their desired belief, even though evidence clearly doesn't support it. Buying a new car when you're broke off. Dude, yes. I have a friend who is broke off, already barely making ends meet. What does she do a few months ago? Buy a truck when gas is $5 a gallon. Now she can't even afford to take her kid to the dentist when he has cavities so bad his teeth hurt. Pisses me off to see, honestly. People who don't know what the word subtle means. Subtle sign of low intelligence. Misunderstanding the question and hijacking the thread. Thinking the world is simple. Arguing in absolutes. The inability to extrapolate from missing edit, and apparently the inability to perform error correction while reading. Missing what? They have a conspicuously small spread of skills for such a high-level wizard. All I need is fireball. If someone disagrees, fireball. If someone agrees, fireball. If someone is ambivalent, fireball. You would not believe it, but spell slots open at the end of the day, fireball. I put on my robe and wizard hat. Calling something stupid because they can't understand it. Uses only empty buzzwords in their conversations. I've got a coworker who only communicates in phrases like situational awareness and following breadcrumbs and asks for meetings to amplify our synergy. This person was promoted beyond their level of competence and has no idea how to do the job. I do love the term situation awareness though. Some people truly lack it. This term was thrown around a lot in my military days. Not understanding analogies very well. Let's say this rock is a seed but it's a rock. I know it's a rock. Listen, the seed, it's small at first, but eventually it will grow into a big tree, way larger than all of us one day. But that's a rock. I know it's a rock. Yeah, it's like when you tell someone an analogy and they don't get it. Analogy. That's like a trilogy, but with more anal right. And responding, did you really just compare to inability to accept new ideas? A truly intelligent person will listen and try to learn from something even if they believe it's bogus edit. I meant a truly not, I truly not. I'm not like that, I swear. But we've always done it this way, and that's why we suck. Thinking their opinion perspective is also everyone else's. Thinking no one does that because they don't do that. Everyone puts their cereal at the top of the pantry. That's just where it goes. My sister? Yeah, not me. I believe overgeneralization from self is the technical term for it. Edit. It seems not. Please see this comment. I thought this too for many years. About 10 years ago, I learned that this is a trait of many people with autism spectrum disorder. For many people with ASD, they simply cannot fathom that someone would not like the same things they like, keep things in the same places. It is not an intelligence issue for them. It is the way their brain works. I've noticed that the dumber someone is, the dumber they assume everyone else is. Smarter people will often try to see the other side of an argument, assuming there's nothing else at play, like low self-esteem. People with low intelligence often assume that people who disagree with them are simply dumb because they imagine their arguments to be dumb. Likewise, people that lie, steal, cheat, etc. also tend to assume everyone else does or would given the chance. Got in an argument on Reddit where they told me there was no way either of us would know something because we weren't scientists, and because of that can't make any claims. When I corrected them that I actually was a published scientist that has taught for over a decade, they blocked me. Edit. Since this has blown up, I just wanted to add that I think scientific ignorance is the greatest threat to humanity, and I'm open to any solutions. I dedicated a large part of my life to educating thousands of students, but I can't help feeling the problem is getting worse. It seems dumb people can't grasp what average intelligence means, but well above average intelligence, people are highly aware of the giant chasm up to the truly intelligent. Not understanding hypothetical questions. But like, what if? Dude, that's literally never going to happen, no man. It's hypothetical bro who uses the word hypothetical, you fongy. Inability to see from another perspective. So true. They just can't comprehend what you're trying to convey. 90 of Reddit is in shambles. Maybe a better way to put it is an unwillingness to see from another perspective. Not listening to other people's opinions and always thinking they're right. Thinking people speaking a second language imperfectly means the person is stupid. I worked in a peds clinic where one of the therapists was taking on Spanish-speaking patients so he could improve his Spanish. He wasn't great, but he was definitely improving. It also allowed to him to widen his patient list so he could be more valuable to the team. The other non-Spanish-speaking therapists were making fun of him. It boggled my mind. If I ever get frustrated trying to understand someone speaking broken English, I just remember that they're doing better at speaking English than I'd be at speaking their native language. Yeah, I agree. People who are smart try to understand the point they are making. Stupid people try to belittle them and pick on the semantics of the language. If you even know another language, that's impressive in itself. Lack of curiosity. You ever had to train or work with someone who just has no desire to know anything beyond what you're telling them or the why behind what they're doing? Every instruction needs to be laid out in painstaking detail. If an issue arises, there's no desire to understand why or attempt to fix it. They just error out and stand there waiting for instruction. It's like programming a computer, but the computer is a human potato. This here is the one. And like being proud about not knowing it as well. Like people who want you to feel bad because you know a big word. I've had people get mad at me for wanting to look stuff up that the group was speculating on. Bro, we have almost all of the known information in our pockets, and you're mad I want to spend 10 seconds to consult with it. Why do you always look stuff up? Fuck off, Nick. Edit. To clarify, these aren't intellectual debates. This is Nick calling everyone in our friend group idiots, because he thinks that green is a primary color on the color wheel and doubling down when we show him it's not, and he tells me how much I suck for looking it up. Also arguing about what time certain fast food restaurants close. Edit 2. I can't believe that Nick created so many accounts to say that green is a primary color. I think people are confusing signs of low intelligence with signs of being an asshole. Sometimes people are assholes simply because they cannot logic their way out of it. Thinking that they're always right, not admitting when they're wrong. What if I'm an idiot who always admits to being wrong? Inordinate anger at animals that do things they don't like. Edit. Thank you for the awards. And to everyone who thinks this is about mosquitoes, you need to relax. If I meant bugs, I would have said specifically bugs. Yes, like bro, your dog doesn't speak English. Stop just yelling at it. Using too many words to explain a simple concept or story. Dumbing it down actually requires some hardcore brain power at times. I'll be the first to admit, I had no idea how hard dumbing things down was until I had children. Like, how do I dumb down how to pour cereal? They ask so many questions that are amazingly simple for me to know, but super difficult to explain. Red Thing Explainer by Randall Munro. You can see how hard it was to describe the operation of a Saturn V rocket using only the 1,000 most common English words. Edit. Corrected Randall's last name. Edit 2. Corrected it again, because I'm a dumbass. I don't think that's a sign of low intelligence, though. Many very accomplished and well-read people are poor communicators. It's rather that having the ability to dumb things down is a sign of even higher intelligence. When your hand is bigger than your face, starting at a certain conclusion and then working backwards to justify the logic, attempts. Ubidubily Business Insider come flat earthers tried to prove the earth was flat, and it did not go well. 2019 too. Getting sucked into the easy and fast money scheme, dojo, MEMS, NIFTs, pyramid schemes, investments, you name it. I think it's worth mentioning that a lot of this stuff preys on vulnerable groups of people. For example, with regards to moms, they largely target young mothers from conservative cultures with no tertiary education who have been disconnected from the labor force for a long time. Moms market themselves as a way for such people who often feel alienated from the professional workforce to be employed outside the domestic realm and to work with people like them. Emo joining a mem is a very emotional decision rather than a logical one, which is why it can seem stupid when you don't resonate with those emotional needs, because on paper it just looks like a bad deal. Whatever, dude. Beanie Babies are coming back big time. All I gotta do is hodl. It's only a loss if you sell. My brother falls for this every time. It's hilarious. He's so fucking dumb. He's currently in some pyramid scheme to sell protein powder, kachava shit, and he sunk like $10 into it and was so proud that he got some $28 check in the mail. Mocking or making fun of people who want to learn more or get a higher education. To piggyback on this, people who mock others who are intelligent but weren't able to get a higher education, assuming that they can't be intelligent unless they follow the traditional education path. Obsessing over an Ike score edit, holy hell, that blew up. I've never woken up to 90s AskReddit notification. Yes, I had a guy in college who kept bragging he has an IQ of 110. I was like, dude, as someone who administers legit IQ tests, ahem not online, for a living, doing stupid crap seen on the internet for clout. Judging an idea or concept based purely upon some people who follow it, and not the concept itself. For example, believing veganism as a concept is bad just because you had a bad experience with a vegan. It's subtle because people do this all the time with everything, making arguments that mislead others by only showing the bad apples to support an illusion that the thing as a whole is also bad. Being a stupid, no good, stupid face. Littering. I'd extend this to struggling to comprehend the consequences of their actions. It's gross here, so I might as well litter. Littering and confusing signs of negative personality traits with signs of low intelligence. See this thread.